which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. So he works 6 years, in the 7th year you let him go. Okay, it says, if he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. So if he comes in and the master over him gives him a wife, and then they end up being a married couple with children, then the children and the wife still belong to the master. So then he could say, if verse 5, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. So the servant says, because I love my master. I want to be with my wife. I want to be with my kids. I don't want to go out free. Then he's gonna be a servant to that master forever, and the master is gonna bring it before the judges, and he's gonna make it known that he wants to willingly serve this master forever, and then he's gonna brand him. He's gonna put that all through his ear and show that he owns, or he's owned by this particular master. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse point is at 37. I read 36. It says, and a man's foes shall be there of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Alright, so that's why the Lord said this, because you gotta be ready to sacrifice your children, and sacrifice your wife, sacrifice your family, your loved ones, okay, to make that choice to not want to serve, that master, in this case, Esau, Edom, forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why the servant said, I love my master, my wife, my children. I will not go out free, because, he got attachments with that master. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said not to love these more than him. No attachments, man. Straight up. And this is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That mark, alright, like we always go into, is charagma, a stamp, an imprinted mark, okay, of a mark stamped in the forehead on the right hand as a badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. Alright, so it's a badge, it's a physical thing, a stamp of approval that you want to serve this man forever. Here it is, spiritually speaking. Alright, we've been serving this man for how long, you know what I'm saying? And let's put it in, spiritual perspective, so to speak, right? We've been serving this man, and then here comes Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to come back to destroy this place and release us. But then you're going to have Israelites in these last days that say, I don't want to be released. Alright, because on the 7th year, you released. So you got Israelites talking about, I don't want to be released. I want Esau to be my master. So these people are willingly gonna say, so here, master, I want to be with you forever. So brand me, and then people are gonna take the chip. All right, people are gonna take the mark of the beast. They're gonna take the chip. So when the Redeemer comes back, Yahushua comes back to liberate, his chosen, he's gonna look at those that took the chip and say, listen, you chose Esau to be your master, so go ahead and have your reward with your master. So it says, of the stamp of the forehead on the right hand as a badge of the followers of Antichrist, anti-Messiah, which is many anti-Messiahs. It says the mark branded upon the horses, a thing carved, sculpture, carving work, or idolatrous image. We go into the word, and it's karax. It says a pail or stake, a palisade. Just like how you got the syringe. And the syringe is likened unto that awl, alright, that you take and pierce your servant with, so that you can put a ring through him, or earring, or tag through him. Alright, so this tag is going to be the radio frequency identification tag. Alright, the RFID tag. Alright, they just like how they tag animals, they gonna tag people. All right. A pale, a stake, a palisade, which is a pale, a stake is a sharp instrument. You put pales around. Let's say you build a fence and you sharpen a point to pale the fence into the ground. All right, and you do the same thing to make a standing fence. So it says a pale, a stake, a palisade or a rampart. A pale is between which the earth, stones, trees, timbers are heaped and packed together. All right, it says to sharpen to a point from the idea through scratching, and we go through this all the time. And then the root word for that is graphos, which is the writings. All right, because within the chip, you're gonna have the writings. You're gonna have codes, encrypted codes, information about you, who you belong to, who's your master. You know what I'm saying? Let's say somebody get the chip and then they working at such and such location. Well, when they get fired, they ain't gonna take the chip out of them. They're gonna go in the system and say that, okay, we fired this person, he no longer works here, and then you got to go get hired somewhere else, and now they can register your chip in their system. So the people, you can be passed around like damn cattle. You know what I'm saying? With the writings, you have your information, who you are, your birth certificate, your records, all that, your money, because that's ultimately what this place is heading towards: a cashless society, a cashless system. So it says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So Esau is making it to where, that's why this man is a devil, because he's crafty. He's manipulative, man. So he's manipulating people into worship him. That's what he's doing. Trickery, craftiness. Like the scripture said, put on the whole armor of the Most High that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. The wiles is talking about trickery, deceit. All right, and people gonna fall right into the devil's hand without even knowing. All right, because for one, the Lord didn't open their eyes to see. And they're undesirables. Of the house of Israel, destined to be destroyed. The same ones in the wilderness that bucked up against the Most High, these same people that are gonna take the chip. So it says, here's wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number 603 score and 6, and that goes into the UPC code, which we've done videos on it, the way they break down the barcode. The first line, middle line, and last line equates to 666. And within them codes is graphos, which means the writings is encrypted information within that scanner, within that barcode. When you scan, all types of information of that particular product shows up. All right. Let me go to a precept. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 7. And Yahushua said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. And he said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou shalt fall down and worship me. And this is Yahushua being tempted of Satan when he was on his fast. All right, his 40-day fast. All right, his temptation. It says, then saith Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan. Like the scripture says, resist the devil and he shall flee. It says, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. So it is written, worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and him only shall we serve. All right, because if you take this chip, you take Esau's vax, which is all leading up to the chip. You know what I'm saying? If you comply in Esau's system, because that's what's going on. He want people to take these tests. He want people to get the vaccines. He want people to get the chip ultimately. It's all complying and worshiping the beast in his image. All right? So the scriptures say worship the Most High and him only. That's why it's very important to know the times that you're living in. And we living in the last times. And these are warnings. And the warnings about to cease real soon. The Lord's going to bring in a famine of the word, and that's going to be that. If you got it, you got it. If you didn't, then that's on you. All right, last scripture, but not least, it says Revelation 14:8, and then follow another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All right, Babylon is America, and is going to fall by the way of thermonuclear fire. The wrath of the wine of the fornication is talking about her philosophies, the religion, this system that Esau is trying to set up, the image of the beast, so on and so forth. All right, all nations that drank of this wine of the fornication are going to be mad. says the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, just like how you're going back to the alright, the servant say to his master, I wanna worship thee forever. Well, this is the same thing coming back. If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, because you willingly saying that you want Esau to be your master if you take his chip. It says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and the presence of the Lamb. So the Lord is going to destroy you because you willingly saying that you want Esau to be your master. Like the scripture says, thou cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. Alright, worship the Most High and serve him, and him only shalt thou serve. You know? So anyway, I just wanted to bring that out through the spirit, you know, in case brothers, you know, didn't know, you know what I mean, now you know what it all is, and how it relates to this chip that Esau is going to push, you know, and the significance of it. So I hope this was edifying to you elect. Till next time I say shalom.